Welcome to our next and very exciting session titled Breaking Through Barriers. I have the distinct privilege of introducing Rebecca Contreras, who is the president and CEO of Avant-Garde LLC, an HR strategy and IT consulting firm she co-founded in 2011 with over 100 consultants across 7 states. She's a native Texan, currently living in the Austin area and commuting back and forth between her Texas and DC practices. Rebecca's also a best-selling author of her book, Lost Girl. She'll be sharing her inspiring story with us today. You got to see her up on the main stage, and now she's here in the room. So Rebecca is also a social entrepreneur alongside her husband, David, of 34 years, almost 35, I heard. Congratulations. They co-founded Launchpad, a 501c3 organization that supports programs for inner city families, underprivileged youth, and community causes in the Austin area. Today, her signature Give Back and Passion initiative is investing in inner city girls from disadvantaged Title I schools in Austin, Texas. Please help us in welcoming Rebecca.
So I am so excited. This was out of all the things I'm doing, they have me doing like 3 events. This is the funnest one. And I was like, I cannot wait to meet. I just want to meet the students of the program because you guys make it happen. And I want to make sure, was everybody in the room today and heard my story? I'm not going to tell my story today again, because you should have been in there. And if you weren't in there, then you can go buy the book and get a book table and get a book. But I want to make sure that I'm in the right room here. So is everybody in a readiness of pivot? Who's pivoting in life? Who's making change? Pivot to the right, pivot to the left. You are in Texas, so you will learn some probably hopefully country dancing while you're here. But I've lived principles in my life in terms of my own journey with pivot. And what I thought I would do today, first of all, I want to make sure you know my baby girl. Crystalline, can you wave at everybody? That's my miracle baby. She was the angel that God sent from heaven at age 17 to change my life. And she's 37 now. Can you believe it? And she's given me 2 amazing grandkids. So, and I am a grandmother, but don't call me grandmother. I'm a Nana. Okay. I am Nana. But I want to talk about the pivot because I think it's important in order for you to understand. And I'm going to actually have you guys take your camera phones out and take pictures of these slides. I think it's so important for you to understand the journey to the pivot. It's not as easy as I made it sound on stage. I didn't always have it all put together, but I think it's important for us to know the number 1 step in the 7-step journey is to embrace change. When you embrace change at the level that I did, that includes making very difficult choices and changes in your life that include things like being self-aware, getting rid and shifting bad behaviors. Anybody here have some bad behaviors? Okay, our fingers, toes, raised, the whole enchilada. Re-engineering relationships, embracing a new mindset. Your mind and your thinking will make or break you. And I know that's a cliche, but I can tell you that if we don't change the way we think, we cannot achieve anything that will be possible. And obviously, you're not going to think yourself to success. That's not what I'm saying. There's a lot of other stuff that goes with that. But these are some of the important fundamental changes in what I call a holistic approach to your pivot and creating that pivot in your life. Who's responsible for the pivot? We are, right? Nobody else. Number 2, eliminating negative thoughts about what you're capable of doing. You are looking at a high school dropout, 1 + 1 is 2 math. I still have to have my calculator to do math. You should see my application when I applied from welfare to work and get in that state program. All misspellings. Thank God for spell check. Everybody loves spell check. Thank God for Chat GDP that helps you put together stuff. So eliminating negative behaviors, embracing things like the people around you that want to help you be successful, embracing mentors, pouring out and getting to a posture of learning. You guys are here today because you have said, I'm going to embrace a posture of learning. And that means, by the way, unlearning really bad things that you were taught when you were a kid and you were a teenager and even as an adult. Unlearning the things that society has taught you you can't do because of the way you look or the race you are or the community you come from or the background you came from. Unlearning that. Hello, test, test. So is that better? So it's unlearning those things. It's raising your hand. Everybody raise your hand. So whenever somebody says in your workplace, when you're like working at the bottom like I was, how about a special project? Who wants to take that on? I'll do it. I'll do it. You want to be known as the person that's constantly saying, I will do it, all the way at the bottom. When I started as a receptionist in state government, in that welfare to work program, answering phones for Ann Richards, every special project that came up, I was like, I'll do it for free. I'll do it. I'll do it at night. I'll take it on. Well, we can't pay you more. That's okay. I want to learn that. I want to do it. It's eliminating fear. Fear is your biggest enemy. You will be crippled if you let fear into your heart and into your mind. It's developing a posture of yes. So the posture of yes has to do with eliminating mindsets about your limitations. And yes, I can do it. So a funny story I'll tell you. When I first took over in the Oval Office, I was in charge of about 1,200 new positions for President Bush. And I had all these different jobs that I was supposed to hire for, thousands and thousands of jobs. And one of my boards was the President's Bioethics Commission, which advised the president on stem cell and human cloning. Well, I failed science in high school, okay? Guess what I did? Did I tell people, oh, I'm not really good at science, I can't really staff that board? No. Guess what I did? I hired somebody who was really good at science. And I said, I didn't tell him I'm hiring you because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I told him, I'm like, how would you approach staffing that board? Tell me what you would do different. And I learned from him. He was a PhD. I've surrounded myself, my entire consulting team are highly educated graduates. I surround myself with smart people because I don't know everything. And so it's putting yourself in a posture of, yes, it's a possibility. Take a picture of this one. There are key 3 truths in my life. So I gave you the map, the 7 keys to the roadmap and the journey. The 3 key truths. Now, number 1 is I've developed in my own life a posture of grit. For me, grit is growth, resolve, mindset, intention, and tenacity. I don't know about you, but I didn't know what those words meant 35 years ago. The dictionary was my friend. Anytime somebody used a word in the workplace and I didn't know what it meant, I went and looked it up. I didn't tell people, I don't know what that word means. No, you don't want to admit you don't know what you're doing. You want to go look it up. So this is my definition of grit. Develop a posture of growth and development, resolve and being steady in order to stay away from the 5 Ds: derail, deter, discourage, destroy, depress. Those are the 5 Ds that will kill any kind of success you want to achieve. Stay away from those. Intention and purpose. It's all bigger than you. And no matter what you set your mind to do, with the right people, the right journey in education and development, the right knowledge, and the right attitude, you can achieve. We still live in the greatest country in the world. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. And then, more importantly, don't stop, right? Don't stop believing. How many love Journey? Am I aging myself? Okay. I was with a good friend of mine is on the White House team. She's married to the lead guitarist from Journey, Jonathan Cain. And so she was at a concert with him and I told her, I said, I think he's one of the original members, but I love that song because it says, don't stop believing in anything that you believe and you want to do. So keep that believing going. Number 2, develop that posture of pivot. So the posture of pivot means you have to remain flexible, nimble. Don't be the kind of person, which I used to be, that said, oh, I can't do that because I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Well, I grew up in an environment where it was inflexibility. Don't be like that. Let's be nimble. Let's be flexible. Let's even do stuff we don't like to do in the short term. I always say, now I get to do whatever I want to do, right? Because I'm the CEO, I'm an owner. But in the beginning, I had to do what I didn't want to do and be flexible to embrace a different process. So the 3 keys to my pivot, and these are the 3 things that I use in order to pivot well, is I have to have a plan. You want to make a deliberate plan for you. Who owns you? Your husband, your significant other, your mother, your father. Who's responsible for you? We're responsible for us. And when we do stupid shit, we got to own it, right? When you take on a responsibility and you say, I need to own this because it's my decision. And in the same way, you got to own things that you want to see in your future. Have a deliberate plan for you. Be conscious, be self-aware. It's fundamental in re-engineering who you're going to be, who I know you're going to be. And then 2, be intentional. Intentionality means daily application for everything you know you want to achieve. I'm talking about the very fundamental of changing behaviors that will get you healthy, get your body healthy, get your mind healthy, so that then you can scale up and do what you want to do. Now, I have people tell me all the time, I'm the CEO of my own company. I have a great team in the Washington, D.C. area and here in Texas. My husband and I do the nonprofit. We own and we serve the nonprofit. I have a book. I'm on book tour. I'm grandmother. I'm wife. I'm mama. I'm nana. And people say, when do you sleep? I sleep really well. But guess what I do? In my 12-hour day, I'm going to make sure that I get the maximum potential of that day, but that I'm taking care of myself and keeping myself healthy so that I can then scale up and do everything I need to do. Because if you don't take care of you, you're intentional about who you are, nobody else is going to care to take care of you. It's number 1. And so we are the owners of our responses. We are the owners of our reactions. We are the owners even in conflict. I could give you some, and there are a lot of stories in Lost Girl in my book, where there are situations where I had to go hand-to-hand conflict, literally, not physically, but verbally with someone else who I disagreed with. And so how am I going to deal with that conflict? I'm going to deal with a lot of grace, a lot of mercy, but a lot of resolve. And so be very intentional. And lastly, the preparation and cultivation of who you are in order for you to pivot and embrace that pivot is so important. You're doing some of this now, but this is the start of your journey. I do not have a traditional college degree. The only formal education I had was the GED. And then I got a lot of training at the LBJ School of Public Affairs. I went and learned how to be a manager. I even took a class early on 30 years ago on how to dress for success. Okay, so funny story. When I started my job in the state through the grant program, I literally used to like chew my gum because I grew up in the hood, so we popped our gum a lot. And I would be answering the phones. This story's in my book. And my husband was like Mexican royal class. He's a lot more polished than I was back then. Now I think I got him beat just a little bit, but when we first got married, he was really polished. And I'm answering the phones. He calls, and I'm like, Ann Richards' office, crack popping my gum. And he's like, babe, please don't tell me that you're popping your gum on those phones. He's like, I can take you out of the east side, but I can't take the east side out of you. And I was like, don't you tell me what to do. Trying to get all mad at him because he was trying to tell me that. And I will tell you, I had to go through a whole reinvent Rebecca, from how I dressed to how I looked to how I behaved to how I acted. I people watched. How many here like to people watch? I love to people watch. I would look at people and I'm like, I need to dress like her. I need to. And I did. My mother was early on in our life, the thrift shopping. She taught me how to thrift shop, and we love thrift shopping because we can find so many goodies there. But I did everything I could to go to those thrift shops and get business clothes and start putting my hair back. I mean, basic stuff. And guys, y'all don't have to worry about this because y'all, but we women, we have to worry about it because guess what? It mattered to me that when somebody looks at me, now I can wear whatever I want to wear because I've owned it. But back then, I didn't want someone to look at me and try to see something different. My image mattered, right? So just basic fundamentals. I know you learned this through, I've talked to a lot of your educators. So important for you to understand all of that matters in your pivot. So I hope that you have been able to make copies of these two truths. The last truth is be the best at what you do. Be the best at what you do. If you are a really good dishwasher, then be a really damn good dishwasher. If you are a good cook, then make that meal like with excellence. If you are answering phones or serving in the community or whatever you're doing, then be the best at what you do. Your attitude and your persona about what you project in that moment is the best. You're the best, and be the best at what you do. Being the best means embracing new things, new careers, new paths, new skills. I reinvented myself recently, yet a fourth time. When I left my government job, I had never, ever, ever started a business, had zero entrepreneur background, never even thought about starting a business. When I started my company, I started with zero. No money, no loans, bank wouldn't loan me money, and I started my company. And today we're over 20 million a year in revenue, 130 people. How did I do that? It's because I took all the skills that I learned working for the government and said, I want to start my company. And I had people around me that said, Rebecca, you ought to be an entrepreneur. You have the grit to be an entrepreneur. How many future entrepreneurs? Who wants to start their business? Right. So get what you need to do in place to learn from the people that can give you that knowledge to be able to start your business. And learn how to fail well, guys. I have a lot of failure. I'm publicly, when you read my book, you're gonna see all my failure. But fail well. Failing makes us stronger, makes us more efficient, makes us smart, makes us more empathetic. Fail well. And I would encourage you to get John Maxwell's book called Failing Forward. And he really talks about the element of failing forward and not backwards, and how important it is to embrace that failure. I want to be able to connect with you. Make sure that you go to RebeccaContreras.com. There's a lot of tools on my website, all of which are free. I have webinars on there on how to reinvent yourself, a toolkit called Reinvent You, Reset You. There's a whole series there on how I started my business to be an entrepreneur. That's a 7-step webinar. For those of you that want to start your business, make sure you go to the website under resources and download the business webinar series where I share my nuggets of how I reinvented myself from employee to entrepreneur. And here's some key takeaways. I would really encourage you guys, when you are in your quiet time, how many here like quiet time? Do you have quiet time? If you don't have a quiet time every day, I would encourage you to do that. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It can go be in sitting on a couch, sitting outside, get your journal out and think about these questions that I'm asking you here. Because a lot of these fundamental questions of reflections are gonna position your thought process in your mind to begin to think different about what you have in your surroundings and how postured you are in order to embrace your own personal pivot for transformation. So we're going to do a panel, and I've got these beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Are you not joining us in the panel? Okay. Okay, so did everybody get a copy of the slides? Did you all take pictures? Okay. So I want to ask these beautiful ladies some questions around your own personal transformation. I heard a little bit about your story. What's your name? Bybee. Beautiful. Muy linda historia que tienes. Sí. Mucho éxito. I just told her she has a beautiful story. She's had a lot of success, and she's a poster child for this program. So congratulations. And I can't wait to hear y'all's stories too. So I want you to share with the group, share a little bit about your journey here in adult education and what inspired you to start. So we'll start with you and then we'll go down.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Karina Carvajal. I am originally from Peru. I am an ESL student from Dallas College. I would like to share my story Can you hear me well? Uh, okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Um, I am a member from a big family. I have five sisters and two brothers. During my infancy, my family was struggling with economic and health problems. My parents were farmers who produced coffee in the highland of Peru. My mother and my older sister were economic supporter of my family, because my father was sick since I was 5 years old. So for me and my family, it was difficult to study elementary and high school without difficulties, because we didn't have electricity, drinking water. We need to go to little lake or river to take water, and also I needed to take firewood to make my lunch, my breakfast. But even this difficulty, I didn't give up for my study. I went to my elementary and high school, um, walking every day 2 hours. Was very difficult, I know, but I needed to do, because at the time I know the only way I will success is studying very hard, because my family was very poor. Um, I promised myself at the time, I said, I need to become a professional. So I finished my high school. I entered to the university in law program. Uh, for me, it was difficult because only the public university had 20 spots. We applied like near 500 for these spots, so I get it, one of them. I studied very hard and became the best in the first position in my classroom. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this this uh, this result give me the opportunity, first, because I aware the academy excellence Jose Leon Barandiara from public institution. This in Peru, this only give for the first and the second students in public and private university around the country. And also give me the opportunity to participate in MOAS. It's for in Spanish is OEA, for universities. I participate representing my university, present resolution to protect the environment, and also I participate in CADA. It's like a meeting for student leadership in business. So after that, also give me the opportunity to work at a Congress. I work with first as a parliamentarian technicians, and to help my population from Ayacucho, because with a congressman, we need to take their demands and necessity to the executive branch. After that, I work as a lawyer in Ministry of Culture to protect advocating for indigenous people rights, especially the indigenous language rights, because I am one of them. My native language is Quechua. I speak Quechua. In Peru, there are 48 indigenous languages. They needed to access health, education, justice, identity, and other services in their own language, but they didn't. But when we are starting to work in this department, we made many bills to protect and permit their access in their own language. We did it. So for that reason, I became an advisor, legal advisor for the indigenous congressman in my country, who is Eduardo Nayab. And I work with him to protect the indigenous people rights. I know because this community, this indigenous community, not only Quechua, Aguajún, other indigenous, they have their necessity. I know because I lived this necessity in the past. So I am working very hard for them. My other experience also, I work at the Department of Superior Education in my country, coordinating the mission of identity card for a student university. This identity card give discounts in transports, museum, and also help in a statistic issue. Finally, I work for NGOs, World Vision, and Plan International to report how is the situation about the children's rights and health and justice and rights against sexual, domestic, and trafficked humans for this institution to report the national report, and also this NGO send this resume to the Committee of Children's Rights for United Nations. So I did everything because I would like to do the same here. But for me, I am struggling with English, but I said, I need to continue studying very hard, become a lawyer in this country. But my first step is learning English very well and complete all the requirements and to pass the bar exam. This is my goal. Thank you.
Very good. And let me encourage you, my very good friend in California, she was La Tesorera of the United States. She was from Mexico as an immigrant. And she came to this state not speaking English. And she was put in a class for disabled children. They thought she was disabled, but she said, I wasn't disabled, I just couldn't speak English. And she became the treasurer of the United States. She's a very good friend of mine. She signed all your money. So yeah, let me tell you, she's a powerful woman. Great. I'm going to try this mic again. I don't know if it's going to feed it.
Good afternoon. My name is Paibi Rivera. I am from Venezuela. But I'm not TDA. I'm the good person. I am professional. Yesterday, I have a lot nervous in the airport. I thought with Erin, I'm nervous. I don't know if I can come to Texas. But I'm here. I am here. Well, my story started in Peru because I'm from Venezuela, but I need to move to Peru from 5 years ago. All people know the situation, political situation in my country. But really my adventure started in 2021 when I moved to the United States for a problem in Peru for my nationality too. Starting from scratch in a new country, with a language completely different from mine. It's not easy. Yes, it was a real challenge, but it pushed me to find opportunity to give back into the workforce. Like any beginning, it wasn't easy. But I found ALCO, Other Learning Center Osceola in Kissimmee, Florida. I am ALCO lover, definitely. ALCO is my family. ALCO is all for me, for my daughter, for my husband, for my cousin, for my niece. All my family is student in ALCO. I have a personal goal every day. I thought about ALCO at different people in my job, in the street, in the mall, in wherever. ALCO is incredible. Thank you, ALCO. Thank you for the teacher is today is with me. Oh, so sorry. Also, I started and also I started student ISO. Additional, I registered like a paraprofessional IT program. I did all this while working cleaning at a hotel every night until 12 a.m. Only sleep 4 or 5 hours, running to the school, very punctual every day. Thank you, Miss Amy, for everything. Thank you, Mr. Dombo. Mr. Dombo is the principal de ALCOS. In a moment, my manager say me, you pay for cleaning, not for sinking. Because in my mind, I have a lot of projects. In Peru, I work like a process manager for all Pepsi. When I come in here, it's nothing easy. But when I cleaning, I remember your word in this moment say, they the best and what you do. When I clean in the bathroom, the people say, oh my God, this bathroom smells amazing. It's incredible. It's very cleaning. I say, because cleaning Pipe Rivera, bachelor degree in business administration, bachelor degree in accounting, master degree in human resources. But my work is with excellence, is with quality. I am cleaning, but the best is ALCO gave me the chance to the internship like a paraprofessional. And additional, ALCO prepared me for my interview and I managed to run in my job. My first interview is a challenge because the director, the food and beverage, the hotel is American citizens. It's more American like a 60 star the flag the United States. No speaking nothing in Spanish. No hello, nothing, hola, nothing. When I got the interview, I talked with my husband. I said, I'm a winner because no worries. Doesn't matter if I don't have the job, no worries because I am winner. Surprise for me, a second call. Second interview with another citizen American citizen. Okay, I am here. Behind me, maybe 10, 20 people speaking English very well. But the best is I am now beverage supervisor. You know where? And Stella Nova Universal Resort in Orlando, Florida. Yes, it's a hotel, the new hotel nearby the Epic Universe, the new park, the Universal Resorts. Honestly, my desire to excel and to make my nationality, especially my nationality Venezuelan, proud was much stronger than the fear of learning a new language. I am amazing. I am grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Leticia Cardona Rubio is not here in this moment, but she is the person inspired me, motivated for register and can to start with you today. God bless you. God bless you, America. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. What a pleasure be here today. My name is Jessica Afonso, and as the most or the majority of the adult learners in America, My parents, they immigrated from Brazil. And unfortunately, my dad passed away when I was 2 years old. Unfortunately, he was very young. He was 37 years old. The cancer was very advanced on him. So he passed away, and my mom decided to bring me back to Brazil, where we have family and support. And after that, we lived in Brazil a beautiful life. I don't know if you know Brazil. If you don't have the chance, go. It's beautiful. Woo! uh, but my case, because I was born here in Boston, I had a dream inside of my heart. And God told me, go back to America. And I know we hear a lot about the America dream, right? But America didn't look so good when I came. I cannot lie. It was hard because I didn't have the language. I didn't have family here. I didn't have so much support. But I had a dream. It's very cliche say that, but I had a dream. And the first thing I did in Massachusetts was looking for a good school, a program that can embrace me as an immigrant, but can value me, not only because I don't speak the language, but value me as a person. And I found it. So my team is here, my boss it is here. Would you like to give a big shout out for her? Michelle was soaring. She was the person who believed in me. And like you said, my dear, before we need people who believe on us when we are not finished, right? Because look good when we are done, it's very easy, right? But I thank God for her life and for the program who embraced me. I could not speak anything, guys, and I love to speak. Oh, was so sad. I used to walk in the street and say, oh, these people are beautiful. They're very friendly. I would like to talk with them, but I could not say anything. Just, I'm sorry, I don't speak English. And I had a wonderful opportunity at Bunker Hill Community College, the Adult Ed program. I stayed with them for 1 year doing soil classes. And after that, I did a transition to college program. It is a bridge program to the college. And I graduated from there. And I went to the college. And I graduated from the college. And when I finished all those, I had the chance just to start working the team who embraced me. So today I am the enrollment counselor at Bunker Hill in the adult ed program. And I'm very, very grateful for this. Our state director is here also. I would like to thank you, Yvonne, just for everything. To giving chances for people like me who didn't have any English, who didn't have any good and professional background. Take the seat, right? Just take the opportunity. I remember my boss, the first day I was working with her, she told me, take my seat. I was like, but I don't speak. She said, but you learn and you get there. So after 4 years working in a position, I got a promotion in the past year. And we are doing a beautiful job in Massachusetts because we believe in people, because we believe people can change people, right? Because we believe education matters, because we believe education transforms, and we need to do that. So I just would like to say what inspired me was the love I received. We are just sitting here listening beautiful things, and until Wednesday we'll do that. But take that from your heart. You can change. You can change the environment you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter the position you have. Maybe you can think, Jessica, you don't know how hard it is my life. Maybe I don't. But I just would like to encourage you this afternoon to leave this room and just do a change. We are here today because somebody changed our lives, right? So we have this expiration just to keep it going and moving. But I just would like to finalize and say that I'm very grateful for the people who embraced me and brought me here. And thank you so much.
So the common theme that I heard today out of these ladies is resilience and grit. So you guys could teach the class that I just did around resilience and grit. Awesome. So there are a lot of people, and I know this because I met people after my keynote this morning. I, talked to a lot of people in the conference, and there are a lot of people facing some pretty significant challenges, most of which are self-inflicted. So I did a lot of self-inflicted challenges, but some of them are just what I call environmental community challenges that are outside of their control. So you guys all dealt with challenges outside of your control, right? If you could snap the finger, wouldn't you love it if we just snap the finger and say, poof, it's fixed? So why don't you give us one point of advice, each one? What advice would you give to someone who is kind of in the down and out, facing right now insurmountable challenges, and they don't see the way out of that around their current situation? One nugget of advice.
Before to give an advice, I would take some part of the story I didn't talk. One of my objectives was to become a diplomat in Peru. So I studied very hard to pass the knowledge exams, the rating exams. I passed these exams. But the second step was to pass English exams. I failed. At the time, I think that's the bad day of my life, because I said, this is one of my objectives. Why I need to do now? But at the same time, I recover from that. So I am encouraging myself to learn and understand English. That is why I did here, starting. So I would like to say or remind everybody here, don't give up in your goals. Don't give up in your objective. Whatever you are struggling, whatever is your age is, it's not too late to achieve your goal and become a success adult. This is my advice.
So my advice is don't give up easily. Definitely, don't give up easily. Celebrate every little achievement. It's little, no worries. Celebrate this achievement too. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's very important because in this country it's different language. When we need help, raise your hand and don't be afraid to help. The best important for me, always remember your purpose. It's very important. And believe in your own potential. You are capable of more than you think, definitely.
My advice will be just try something every day, right? I think as adults we have that pressure that we need to get everything ready at once, right? We give the kids time. We give them time to learn, time to get something new, to walk, right? Moms, they leave a baby today and they ask them to go to the college next day, right? I'm not a mom, but I'm a kid. So I just take time, right? Because life it's not easy. And we are facing different things in a different moments as well. But give yourself enough time, like my beautiful colleague said here, just to do step by step and celebrate that step, right? Because some people just say, oh, it's just an English class. For you who speaks English. For us, is a life change. For us, it is another life. Because when we don't speak, we don't have life here. When we don't speak, we are not heard, we are not sharing our stories, and we feel as outsiders. So just take that step to understand that today, just has today. Tomorrow I have more, and next day I have more. So you can enjoy the journey. Like they said, you cannot give up, but you just have the sense that you are not stuck in the place, you are moving. So you just have the feeling that you are getting little by little, but you are getting there.
And my advice, don't let, sometimes your family can be your worst enemy and they can be your biggest naysayers. How many here, am I the only one with a jacked up family? I'm not talking about my family that I built. I'm talking about the external family. My family is amazing because I created that thing. I'm like, woo, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm talking about
extended family, you know, that they see you trying to get ahead and they're like, you're never going to do that. What are you doing? When I moved to Washington, D.C., when President Bush asked me to join, I left a state job. My husband left his high-tech career industry to literally go, and he didn't know what he was going to do for a job. He just knew that it was supposed to be. And my family was my worst voice. What are you doing? Why are you going to go? You have your whole system here. Why do you have to, you and David, y'all have enough. Why do you always want more and more and more? You have a great state job. Why are you going and following that Republican president? I'm like, because it's going to be amazing. And who would have an opportunity to work in the White House? Me? No. So sometimes family can be your worst enemy. And so don't let the people you love them. Sometimes you gotta just love them from a distance, see them 2 or 3 times a year. As my favorite pastor, Joel Osteen, says, sometimes you gotta love them from a distance. And here in Texas, we say, I sure do love you. See them 2 or 3 times a year, give them a hug, but don't let them be your ball and chain. And for those that don't have family that tries to, you know, be naysayers, then God bless you and more power to you. But those that do, that would be my advice, right? So ladies, how has adult education in this particular program that you've benefit from the coalition, how has that been a catalyst to help change your life for the better professionally?
For me, learning English as a second language gives me confidence, not only in the professional way and also in the community, in the day-to-day when I go to supermarket, when I walk in the streets, when I talk with people. And also give me the opportunity to work in marketing, maybe now knowing my in my career, like a law or some similar to my background, but help me to start working, feel me like I can do it. So I am very grateful with Dallas College to give me this opportunity, because also this knowledge can give me to immerse in the community and also give advice to other people like me when they are no studying English. And I told them, I said, Dallas College offered these courses. You can learn English because in this country it's difficult when you don't speak English. So I am encouraging myself, and also I am confident in myself to talk everybody. I know I am learning every day because I am getting better every day. I know it's a challenge, but I didn't give up in this way. Thank you.
Well, it changed everything. Professionally, I'm now working as beverage supervisor. Something I never thought is what's possible. But the change are more than just professional. Professional is personality too, because I have a newfound sense of confidence and self-worth. I feel like a superwoman, really. I've learned that I'm never too late to pursue your dreams. For me, other education didn't just give it a certification like a paraprofessional, it's giving me a new life. And because of this, I am inspired to inspire a todos ustedes hoy. Quería darles un consejo en mi principal lengua, que es el español. Y sé que hay muchas personas que hablan español aquí. Por más difícil que vean el camino, no se rindan. Recuerdan que estamos aquí en este país con un propósito, que ayudamos a nuestras familias desde acá. Temprano le comentaba a Erin qué cosas tiene la vida. Cuando alguien le diga a ustedes no pueden, definitivamente mírenle y díganle, no podrás tú, pero yo sí puedo. Cuando yo estaba en Pepsi en Perú, vivía de conferencia en conferencia. Cuando llegué a Estados Unidos, me tocó limpiar las salas de convenciones. Y hoy estoy aquí en un podio, otra vez, no limpiando. Estoy frente a ustedes diciéndole que sí se puede.
Yo digo amén.
Yeah, guys, I just would like to say adult ed changed my life completely in all the areas. As I said before, I could not speak. I don't feel I was really living here. I felt I was just a ghost. And after taking the classes, more than having the knowledge about speaking the language, I met beautiful people and I found home in America. I think for us as the immigrants, it's very hard because we struggle a lot with it there, right? We left our country, left our people, and the sense is that we don't belong here, right? But I just would like to say that I own everything I have today to my program, to my boss again. Thank you, Michelle, to give me really purpose to live here and to see and to understand that nothing can stop me, right? We need to improve our language. We need to study more. We need to improve ourselves, but we can be our real person wherever we go, right? I just would like to say too, as a thank you. And as a professional, what I learned from adult ed, that nothing can stop us. We can start in level 1 like I did, but we can finish college. We can go and work for more adult learners as I do today. And we can just keeping that happen, right? One of the things I have in my heart today as an enrollment counselor is that we are little seeds, right? And everybody will pass one day. But when we have a beautiful seed inside of people, you never die. Your legacy stays forever. So as educators here and also students, I would like to encourage you to put some seeds outside. Put seeds on people, put seeds in community. And maybe you think, Jessica, but it is hard, but do it. Because if you do that, not only your story, you stay, but you are also transforming other people and other stories to be telling the future, okay? Vamos juntos. Vamos juntos, ok?
I know people that make fun of us like, oh, you don't know this language, you don't know how to speak this English, you know, they just all the culture. It's different places, Europe, um, Jamaican, you know, around the world. But I just want to thank y'all because it's amazing. Because now have to teach the little kids how to speak the language that we have. Because you know, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know how to speak English, or I don't know how to speak Spanish. But I thank God because y'all are awesome. Y'all done taught us a lot. I'm 52 years old and I'm born in Dallas and I was raised here. But I just like how y'all just encouraging us.
Well, Yvonne, you're not a student, you're a state director.
Okay, they gave me the mic for a minute. I just wanted to say, first of all, that I'm super encouraged that you guys got up there and you shared your story. But I also want to remind everyone in here what each of these women have. They also have another language. They have their first language, maybe a second language, or third. Just like the young lady said, you have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and another degree that you come already with so much. And that's what you all guys come with. And that's the thing I want to say in Massachusetts, if I don't say anything, is you already bringing it. You already bringing it, and we need to learn from you and keep talking and keep speaking because you have so much to teach us about how to do it when it's hard. Because we don't know that. We don't know that.
I know, I see a lot of people wiping their faces. Thank you so much to Rebecca Contreras and her team. Thank you. And thank you to my friends and panelists over there.